How are we doing today, guys? I hope everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday so far. My name is McCry Stuhlin, and here on Crafting with Crow, we work on a current project from Native Crow, Taxidermy and Oddities LLC, while I tell an interesting story of a topic that is on my mind. Here are a few places you could find me, like me, share me, and subscribe to my channel to keep up with new projects and posts weekly. Alright guys, this here is going to be our final part to making the satchel bag. This is what I have so far. I kind of made this pouch here and attached it to the back side of the fur, and I put little pockets on the inside of the bag here so that there's extra storage space available. I've not yet purchased the straps that will go on to the sides here, but there will be adjustable straps so that you could adjust the satchel bag to your perfect length. So with this, I'm going to today attach the flap to the back side here so that it flaps up over and closes up your satchel bag. So that's what we're doing today. And today we will also be talking about an animal awareness topic. So I am someone who has always loved animals and always done what I can to rescue and save and give the animals a good home. I volunteered for wildlife rescue and rehabilitation for the past 5 years, and I also take in unwanted or stray animals. My husband and I rescued a German Shepherd, and we have rescued many cats. And what I'll do is I'll take the cats and take them to the vet, get them the necessary care that they need, and then I usually look into finding them a new home if they don't just stay with us. And I joined a Facebook group that was specific for rehoming cats. There are others that also just rehome other animals, but I was looking into groups that help rehome cats to help get the word out. And something that I see a lot of on here is to watch out for people who use these animals, who will get these free animals and use them as something called dog bait. Now, if you don't know what dog bait is, it's honestly, truly one of the most saddest things I could think of. So what people do with dog bait, this is a term used for smaller, weaker animals that are used to train dogs to attack, subdue, or kill other animals. So this is typically done and used for entertainment and gambling purposes. This is called a blood sport. And what people do is, like I said, they will get their hands on animals. A lot of times they will either steal animals, they will look for any free animals. They've taken them from shelters, they've taken them out of people's yards. They scour the internet to look for any free animals that are being rehomed, and they will use these animals to train their dogs to have that killer instinct. And the reason they do this is because there are these underground gambling dog fighting rinks. Dog fighting is illegal. Across all 50 states of the United States, it is illegal. But people will still do it because there is money involved. And of course, the entire world revolves around money. People are greed, and they will do whatever it takes to get money. And unfortunately, that is at the cost of the lives of innocent animals. So this particular cat rehoming group that I follow, I've been seeing a lot of people in the comments here recently saying, do not adopt this person, do not adopt that person, because they use these animals as dog bait. Now, I'm someone who likes to try to believe that this stuff isn't real, that it's not true, but the reality is, it is very true. Some people are so extremely heartless, they will take an innocent little kitten and toss it into a pit with a dog and just watch it get ripped to shreds. This is something that people do. And it's not just kittens, it's many animals, all animals, anything that a dog would feel the urge or need to pursue, attack, and harm. They also do this with other dogs, smaller dogs, more defenseless dogs, older dogs. And something that these horrible people do with these smaller dogs that are going to be used as bait is they will take their snouts and they will tape them shut before they toss them in the ring to make the animal as defenseless as they can, because they want their fighter dog to be the one that causes the harm and wins the fight. Because all of this is done out of training their dog to be the moneymaker dog. They want theirs to be the one that wins the bets and brings home the prize. Another thing that they will do, aside from taping the dog's snout shut, is they are known to also grind the teeth down so that they're flat and smooth, so that there is a little bit of a fight that goes on, but the dog that they are training is going to be the one that ultimately wins. That's the whole purpose. Because with these dog fighting rings, when the dog is put in the ring against another dog, it's someone else's dog that has been trained to do this. So sometimes they will file down the defenseless dogs, the bait dogs' teeth, so that there is still a fight, because that is part of the training of these people's fighting dog. And if they want to just teach it to attack and kill and not have much fight, oftentimes they will also just tie up the bait dog or the bait animal, tie it up and make it as defenseless as possible, because they want their fighter dog to get that taste of blood and to want to destroy and attack any animal that it's put up against. It's incredibly heartbreaking and sickening to think that somebody has this in them, the capability of taking a smaller, weaker animal and watching it get mutilated. I myself have a hard time even watching Animal Planet sometimes, watching the lions pursue the antelopes and stuff like that. Like, that is even hard for me to watch, and that's survival. That has nothing to do with crude, disgusting human entertainment. Now, as I had mentioned, dogfighting is illegal in all 50 states in the United States. And with it comes great penalty. Now, in my opinion, the penalties are not strong enough. If you can do something so awful, so abusive to an animal, an innocent animal, I personally feel like you deserve the absolute worst punishment. I personally think it's kind of silly that murder from human to human will potentially give a person a death sentence, but murder from human to animal is pretty much just a slap on the wrist. And something as cruel and heartless and destructive as this, I feel like it deserves the greatest of punishments. But the punishment for committing a crime in dogfighting is 1 to 5 years in federal state prison and fines up to $250,000. And again, these people, they use these dogs to make money. The fines don't matter. The little bit of prison time doesn't matter. These people are still going to take the risk and do the sport because, like I had said once before, the world revolves around money. And that's all they care about, is making money, no matter what means it takes to get there. And unfortunately, it's the animals' lives that are the means to get there. Now, the dogfighting is not as regulated as it should be. Animal baiting is not as regulated as it should be. So finding the proper amount of cases on how often this has happened is very hard. But the ASPCA estimates that there are anywhere between 40,000 to 100,000 individuals who participate in underground dogfighting and blood sport annually. And like I said, it's not really tracked by the law like it should be. So these crimes have been committed with no punishment, and it continues daily. It continues here regularly. And I didn't realize just how real it all was until I got on this Facebook group for rehoming kitty cats. And after seeing so much of this, I have determined that any cats I save and rescue, I'm just going to keep here. I have thought about making a whole new little housing area for them so that they could have a little more of their freedom and include an outdoor sunroom for them so that they could hang out outside and enjoy the nature. I don't want them to fully be outside cats because I know that that's also not safe for them, especially after learning that these people that use animals for bait will approach and cross over people's property to abduct animals, because all they care about is training up their dog to be the most vicious, evil thing to make them money. So because of learning of all of this, I want to make it aware to people that if you are looking to rehome your animals, please charge a rehoming fee. Ask questions. Do everything you can to protect that animal's life. Because these people that collect these animals for their dogs really just waste the animal's life. Because of that, odds are they really don't want to pay any money to get this animal from you, and they don't have the right answers for your questions. So please be careful if you are going to be looking into rehoming any animals. Do your research, ask your person questions, and make sure they are going to give this animal the best and loving home that they can, and not waste its life to train a bloodthirsty dog. It blew my mind doing the research on this, the little bit that I did, to read and learn that so many people are doing this to animals, that it's not just a small variety of people, it's many people all across the United States. Thousands and thousands of people find great entertainment in participating in animal cruelty. Please help spread the word. If you see people posting trying to get rid of animals, rehome animals, and doing it free of charge, please at least make it aware to them that there are sick people out there that are scouting the internet for these animals to use as live bait for their dogs. Sorry that the topic for today was such a sad one. I was just on that kitten rehoming group the other day on Facebook, and I noticed somebody was on there posting, "I urgently need a kitten today. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care where it's from. I just need one today." And I saw people jumping in the comments saying, "Oh, I've got this one. Here's a picture of this one. Do you want this one?" And he's like, yeah, and you will do. And it just got my mind thinking, like, why are you so careless which kind of cat you get? Male, female, color, whatever. Why are you so careless? Why do you so urgently just want a cat today? It must be today. And my mind jumps straight to, is this animal going to be abused or used as dog bait? So I just want to make awareness to people that stuff like this happens, stuff like this is real, and you've got to be very, very careful about who you rehome your cats or dogs or ferrets or birds or whatever to, because anything could happen to them. And a lot of people, as sad as it may be, a lot of them just look at these animals as profit. They don't look at them as living creatures with feelings and thoughts and emotions and love. They just look at them as a ticket to train their dog, to get their dog to the top level of aggression, and most likely to win in a dog fight. So I just wanted to kind of make today's topic an animal awareness topic. I'm sorry if it brought your mood down or made you sad to listen to all this today, but it was something that I learned more and more about that breaks my heart and now makes me no longer want to try to rehome my cats. I just want to collect them all, fix and spay them all, and keep them all as pets in this safe home where I know they will get love and attention that they deserve. So even though you can question people up and down and give a rehoming fee, you never know what the fate of this animal is. But taking those steps will at least make it more likely that this animal is not just going to be a scrap piece of meat. Most people that are in this dog fighting ring, this illegal business, don't want to jump through hoops to get a scrap piece of meat. So just keep that in mind, guys. Think about the kitty cats, think about the dogs, and help the community keep them all safe and protected from evil, heartless people like those doing the underground blood sport and torturing animals. I feel like we need to work together to protect them and try to be better people all the way around. Those of you who feel like it is just pure entertainment to harm or torture an animal, shame on you. I know I say these things as I am a taxidermist, but my animals are ethically sourced. I do not go out and trap. I do not torture anything. Most of the time, I either have them donated to me or I find them already deceased. Never would I ever go out of my way to hurt an animal. My mission in life is to help any that I can and to preserve and memorialize any that I can't. If you know anyone or have witnessed anyone who is potentially harvesting animals, live animals, for dog bait or participate in any of these underground blood sports, please be sure to reach out to your local authorities and try to get justice for these animals and help protect any in your neighborhood. Think of it like this: if that were your pet dog or your pet cat or whatever small animal that you love, if it was taken from your home and given to a vicious dog, not being able to defend itself or come out of it alive, how would that hurt you? How would that affect you? And think about how it would really affect that animal. No animal deserves that, especially if it's just out of fun entertainment. I know that I had mentioned the Animal Planet, the lion and the gazelle, but that's also out of survival. This here is out of just disgusting entertainment. And I think we need to try to work together to eliminate that the best we can. Animal awareness needs to be made. And if you are someone who is looking to rehome, please, please, please be aware of that. Keep that in the back of your mind. And make sure that this kitty cat or this puppy is going to a good and loving home. So this is the last video that I will be doing of the satchel bag. It is pretty well completed. It is 100% hand stitched. Like I said, it has these little pouches here, so you have 3 different spots for storage. I will be making or putting on a strap for it, an adjustable strap, and the tail that belonged on this will be a keychain that hangs off of that strap. So this is pretty much our finished piece. I think it turned out pretty nice. What do you guys think? If you enjoyed this and you would like to see more episodes similar to this, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. I upload my Crafting with Crows on Wednesdays and my Everything Freaky and Full of Mysteries on Fridays. And if you would like the grand opportunity to claim a piece like this, then hop on over to my Facebook and my Instagram. Follow me over there, and I will be posting any pieces, projects, or arts that are available for purchase. So if you want to claim one of these for your home, be sure to check me out over there. I hope you guys learned something new today. I definitely learned some new stuff, and it's sad and heavy to think about, but it's also reality. So be aware of the reality and think very long, hard, and carefully about animal safety and posting any for rehoming. I think that's pretty much all that I have for today. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys again next week. Bye.